Love or lust? It's a question that's haunted hearts for centuries, and in a world obsessed with instant gratification, it's easy to mistake a fleeting spark for a lasting ember. We crave connection, that feeling of being seen, desired, chosen, but too often we settle for the quick hit of dopamine, the intoxicating rush of lust, without realizing the difference until we're left picking up the pieces of our own hearts. But here's the truth. Knowing the difference isn't about judging your desires. It's about understanding yourself. It's about recognizing the deep-seated longings beneath the surface, the need for true intimacy that transcends the physical. It's about protecting your most vulnerable parts, your heart, your self-worth, your capacity for deep, abiding love. So let's get curious, brave even, and shine a light on the complexities of love and lust. Let's explore the science of those feelings, the stories of those who've walked this path, and most importantly, the questions that will help you uncover the truth about what you're really feeling, and why. Let's talk about lust, that primal magnetic pull. It's not a villain, it's a natural biological response hardwired into our very being. It's your body's way of saying, hey, this person triggers something in me. And there's a certain beauty in that raw, instinctual energy. Think about it, lust is fueled by the thrill of the unknown, the anticipation of pleasure, the intoxicating cocktail of dopamine and testosterone surging through your veins. It's exciting. It makes you feel alive. It can be a powerful force, drawing you in, making you feel invincible, desirable, seen. But here's the catch with lust, it thrives on the surface. It's more interested in the physical, the immediate, the way someone makes your heart race and your skin tingle. Lust doesn't ask you to dig deeper to uncover the layers beneath the surface. It's captivated by the projection, the fantasy, the idea of who you want them to be in this moment of intense desire. Because it's easy to get swept away in the current, to mistake that initial intensity for something deeper, something lasting. So how can you tell if it's just lust whispering in your ear? If lust is a wildfire, love is a slow, steady burn. It's not about the initial blaze but the embers that remain long after the flames have died down. Love takes time. It requires patience, intentionality, a willingness to show up and do the work, even when it's hard, even when it's messy. Because love asks the hard questions. It wants to know everything, the good, the bad, the beautiful mess of who you are. Love isn't afraid of your scars. It sees them as proof of your resilience, your capacity to heal, to rise again. Love doesn't shy away from your darkness. It holds space for your shadows, knowing that even in the depths, you are worthy of love and belonging. Love is built on a foundation of trust, respect, and deep, abiding compassion. It's about seeing the other person in their entirety, their flaws, their insecurities, their most vulnerable parts, and choosing them anyway. It's about saying, I see you, all of you, and I'm still here. And that kind of love, the kind that sinks its roots deep into your soul, that's the kind that transforms you. It's the kind that teaches you how to be more patient, more understanding, more forgiving, not just with them, but with yourself. Love isn't just about grand gestures and passionate declarations. It's about the everyday moments, the quiet conversations, the shared laughter, the gentle touch. It's about choosing to show up for each other, even when it's inconvenient, even when you're tired. Because love understands that true intimacy isn't about always having the right words or knowing all the answers. It's about being present, being vulnerable, being willing to stumble through the darkness together, hand in hand. The brain science of love versus lust. Isn't it fascinating how our brains can tell us so much about what we're feeling? When it comes to love and lust, neuroscience offers a captivating glimpse into the distinct ways these emotions light up different regions of our brains. Lust, that primal surge of desire, originates in the hypothalamus and amygdala, areas associated with survival instincts and immediate reward. These regions are flooded with dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, and testosterone, fueling our craving for pleasure and driving us toward seeking it out. It's a powerful cocktail designed to ensure the continuation of our species. Love, on the other hand, engages a different set of players. While dopamine still plays a role, it's joined by oxytocin and vasopressin, hormones associated with bonding, trust, and long-term attachment. These neurochemicals create a sense of calm, security, and emotional connection, fostering a deep sense of belonging and intimacy. Neuroimaging studies reveal that love activates the ventral tegmental area, a region linked to long-term reward and addiction. This suggests that love, in its purest form, is not just a fleeting emotion but a powerful drive wired into our very being. Lust is about the immediate gratification, the here and now. Love, however, is about the long game. It's about building a connection that deepens over time, a sense of security and belonging that transcends the physical. Understanding these neurological differences can be incredibly empowering. Can lust turn into love? Can that initial spark of lust, that undeniable physical attraction, actually transform into something deeper, something more enduring? The answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. But it's not a passive process. It requires intentionality, vulnerability, and a willingness to choose love, even when it's hard. Think about it. Many lasting relationships began with a spark of lust. That initial attraction, that magnetic pull, can be the catalyst that draws two people together. But for lust to evolve into love, it needs space to breathe, to grow, to transform. It requires moving beyond the surface, beyond the physical attraction, and delving into the depths of who the other person truly is. It's about asking the hard questions, the ones that make you both a little uncomfortable, the ones that unveil the hopes, dreams, fears, and vulnerabilities that lie beneath the surface. It's about sharing your own story, revealing your authentic self, scars and all, and trusting that the other person will see your worth, not in spite of your imperfections, but because of them. This kind of vulnerability is terrifying, I know, but it's in those moments of raw, unfiltered honesty that true connection is forged. As you share experiences, navigate challenges, and support each other through life's ups and downs, that initial spark of lust can transform into a deep, abiding love. The kind of love that weathers storms, that celebrates victories, that holds space for both joy and sorrow. Love requires both passion and commitment. It's about wanting someone with every fiber of your being while also choosing them day after day. Real-life stories. Mistaking lust for love and finding love in unexpected places. Stories have a unique power to illuminate the complexities of human emotion. They offer a glimpse into the lived experiences of others, allowing us to connect, to learn, and to find solace in knowing that we're not alone in our struggles. Let's hear from Sarah, a young woman who mistook the intoxicating rush of lust for the enduring embrace of love. "He was everything I thought I wanted," she shares, her voice laced with a mix of sadness and newfound wisdom. "He was charming, attentive, and always knew the right things to say. We'd stay up all night talking, or so I thought." Looking back, Sarah continues, our conversations were always surface level. We talked about movies, music, our favorite restaurants, but we never really went deeper. I never felt truly seen, truly known. The relationship, fueled by intense passion and fleeting moments of connection, eventually fizzled out, leaving Sarah heartbroken and questioning everything she thought she knew about love. "It took me a while to realize," Sarah reflects, "that I was so caught up in the fantasy of who I wanted him to be that I completely overlooked the red flags. I craved the attention, the validation, the feeling of being desired, but I wasn't truly loved, and I certainly wasn't loving him for who he truly was." Now let's hear from Mark and Katie, a couple who found love in the most unexpected of places. "We met at a party," Mark shares, a warm smile spreading across his face. "It was one of those instantly drawn to each other situations. The chemistry was undeniable. But what started as a purely physical connection," Katie interjects, "quickly blossomed into something much deeper. We started talking, really talking about our lives, our dreams, our fears." 5 questions to ask yourself. Is it love or lust? Discerning between love and lust can be challenging. It requires introspection, honesty, and a willingness to sit with discomfort. To guide you on this journey of self-discovery, I invite you to contemplate these 5 essential questions. 1. Would I still want to be with this person, even if the physical aspect of our relationship faded away? This question cuts to the heart of the matter. It forces you to look beyond the initial spark of attraction and consider the foundation upon which your connection is built. If your desire for this person is solely rooted in physical chemistry, it's likely lust. However, if you find yourself drawn to their mind, their heart, their essence, even in the absence of physical intimacy, it could be a sign of something deeper. 2. Do I genuinely know this person, beyond the surface level? True intimacy requires vulnerability, a willingness to peel back the layers and reveal our authentic selves. Have you created a space where you can both share your hopes, dreams, fears, and insecurities without judgment? Do you know their love languages, their attachment styles, their deepest desires? 3. Do I admire and respect this person's character, not just their charm? Lust often blinds us to red flags, causing us to overlook character flaws in favor of fleeting pleasure. Take an honest look at this person's actions, their values, their treatment of others. Do their actions align with their words? Do they demonstrate integrity, kindness, and compassion? 4. Do our conversations revolve around building a future together, or are they primarily focused on the present moment? Love thrives on shared dreams, goals, and aspirations. It's about creating a life together, navigating challenges side by side, and supporting each other's growth. If your conversations consistently revolve around weekend plans, superficial topics, or physical intimacy, it might be a sign that you're avoiding the deeper conversations necessary for a lasting connection. 5. Am I growing or just obsessed? Love encourages personal growth and self-improvement. If you find that your relationship is helping you become a better version of yourself, it's a positive sign. However, if you're constantly preoccupied with thoughts of the other person to the detriment of your own well-being, it might be an unhealthy obsession. Closing thought: choosing love over lust. At the end of the day, love isn't about the intensity of the feeling. It's about the conscious choice to show up, to be present, to build a connection that deepens over time. It's about choosing to see the other person in their entirety, flaws and all, and embracing them with compassion and understanding. Love isn't always easy. It requires effort, vulnerability, and a willingness to navigate the inevitable challenges that arise in any relationship. But the rewards are immeasurable. Love has the power to heal old wounds, to ignite our passions, and to remind us that we are worthy of belonging, just as we are. So, the next time you find yourself feeling that familiar pull, that undeniable attraction, take a moment to pause, to breathe, to ask yourself the tough questions. Listen to the whispers of your heart. It already knows the answer. Choose love. Choose connection. Please like and subscribe for more content on relationships.